Okay, I'm gonna go get my stuff. I know, I'll be back. Ooh, I'll be back. All right, this girl. That's why I put my car for. That's why they're done. You bring up the whole car. Oh, are you? Oh, good. I was supposed to have my car in the shop. Enterprise, we did a car, which I did. Called them, did the whole thing a week ahead of time. They called me Tuesday around 4 o'clock. They called me, I just got up.
All right, we're ready to roll.
They canceled. They said I can have it in the afternoon.
I hope you enjoyed your lunch, and we have been graced Lady Fingers presenting the meal, as well as Benjamin Carter playing our music, and we're grateful for both. Mayor Fisher, saw you at the table. Thank you for joining us today and for your continued support of the Trager Institute Optimal Aging Center. And we'll look forward to hearing a few words from you shortly, but not yet, not yet, not yet. Now let me introduce those folks who are here with me on stage. If you will please stand as I call your name. Steve Trager, Executive Chair, Republic Bank and Trust Company, and CEO of Republic Bancorp, Inc. And now the Trager Institute Optimal Aging Clinic Leadership Team. First, Barbara Garden, Director of Community Engagement. Dr. 𝗂𝗶𝘀𝗶𝘁𝗂𝗁𝗏, Director of Research. Dr. 𝗧𝗿𝗶𝗴𝗶𝗀𝗴𝗏, Director of Behavioral Health, who was not able to be with us today. We can sure essentially down the card. Dr. Christian Davis-Furman, Medical Director. And Dr. Anna Hall, Executive Director of the Department.
So I've been asked to give a little bit of an overview of the Trager Institute. So at the Trager Institute Optimal Aging Clinic, we are driven by our mission of innovating the aging experience for individuals, community and industry through leading-edge clinical practice, collaborative research and interprofessional education. We are dedicated to creating a new vision where aging is acknowledged as an opportunity and not a disease. Throughout the month of September, which is Optimal Aging Month, we offer classes, programs, events, a friendly walking competition, and we host our signature event, the Gold Standard of Optimal Aging Award Luncheon, and this is where we are today. These events and programs are just some of the many ways we are working to educate the community and raise awareness about optimal aging. We hope to inspire an age-friendly culture, one that values older adults for their stories, their guidance, and their wisdom. Each year, we ask our honorees to complete the phrase, "As I age, I dare to." I can't wait to hear your responses today. I'd like to acknowledge and thank our special guests in the audience. I'm going to ask you to please stand when your name is called. Mayor Greg Fisher. Thank you for your support, always. Secretary Eric Friedlander, Secretary of the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services. You are our champion, thank you. Dr. 𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏, Senior Advisor on Adult Programs, also from the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services. He's missing in action, I'll find him. We'll find him. Councilman Marcus Winkler. Oh. Welcome, Keith. You are late. Councilman Marcus Winkler. Councilman 𝗬𝗲𝗿𝗴𝗿. He is retiring and immediately told me he will join our elder law clinic. Thank you so much. I'm going to hold you accountable to that. And my official said he's keeping 1 hour a month consult. So I'll work with him every month. Thank you. Dr. 𝗧𝗿𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗁𝗃𝗁𝗃𝗁𝗃, Louisville Interim Dean of the Kent School of Social and Family Science. Thank you, Crystal, my alma mater. Here we go. And thank you, colleagues, Emma, and so happy to see you all, sunshine. Dr. Kim Williams, Louisville Chair of the Department of Internal Medicine. And lastly, Dr. John Becker, Louisville Chair of the Department of Family and Genetic Medicine. Is he here? Oh, there he is. He tries to be my boss, but I'm not letting allow him to be that. So, thank you all. Dr. Thurman?
Hello, everybody. As Dr. Owen mentioned, this is our 11th year hosting this event, and I've been involved in organizing this event since Dr. Jane Tebow and Dick Wilson had the idea to celebrate older adults with a luncheon and look forward to it every year. It is so gratifying to see how it's grown into an Optimal Aging Month signature event, and also grown to this many people. We see amazing older adults in the office, in the hospital, in the nursing home, on our home visits every day. We really wanted to share these inspirational stories with the community. During the height of the COVID pandemic, we had to change the format of the awards ceremony. In 2020, we produced a video for everyone to watch, and that'll be up on our website. And last year, we had a Zoom awards ceremony. I want to thank all the members of our planning committee who showed their resilience by making the awards ceremony continue, despite all the challenges of COVID. It is so good to be in person this year, and we thank everyone for being up to date on the COVID vaccine and wearing your mask. We can make this event possible and in person, so we can celebrate older adults. The bivalent COVID vaccine is now available. It's been 2 months since you've had your last COVID vaccine, so I think everybody was waiting for the fall to get their booster. Now's the time, it's out there, and for all of our older adults who need to be vaccinated. So all of this event is possible because of our wonderful sponsors and supporters, and we'd like to take a moment to thank them. I'd like to thank the Trager family, Public Bank Foundation for making this possible, the 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Endowment for my endowed chair for geriatric medical education, which protects my time to plan this event, all this teaching that we do, Dr. Jack Wright and his family for endowing a professorship on aging held by Dr. Laura Morton. And if any of our sponsors will join us today, please stand as I announce each name. First, I'd like to thank Christian Care Communities who have always been generous in their support of our events, but this year they committed to an annual sponsorship at the $5,000 friend level, which will earn them recognition throughout the year. Thank you, Christian Care Communities. We appreciate our annual sponsors. I want to thank our in-kind sponsors, In Bloom again, who donated all the corsages and boutonnieres for our honorees, and today's transitions for having our sponsorship through the magazine. Thanks to our custom sponsors, Norton Healthcare Geriatrics, Carmel Person, and 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, Kentucky. Thank you to our individual sponsors, Dr. Laverne Cox, who donated all the flowers on the table, Dr. Jane Tebow, who sponsored many, many seats and brought many, many people. Thank you to our table sponsors, AARP Kentucky, Davis Farms, Furman, Nilsen & Euler, PLLC, Heartland Imaging, Pester's Family Fitness, Presbyterian Foundation, WHS11 TV. Also, our table sponsors from the University of Louisville include Louisville Athletics. And Josh Hurd, the new athletic director, hoped to be here today, but he had a 12:30 flight to Boston for the game, so go Cards. The Office of Advancement, the Office of the President, the Office of the Dean of the School of Medicine, the Office of the Dean of the Kent School of Social Work and Family Science, and University of Louisville Health Brown Cancer Center. I love that we have so much support for older adults in our community. And please give our sponsors a round of applause.
Governor 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 was unable to join with us, but he wanted to touch us with a video. He's a long-time supporter of the work that is being done by the Trager Institute, Optimal Aging. And so we're going to see a brief video from Governor 𝗠𝗶𝘀𝗃𝗁.
Hi everyone, it's Andy, and I'm excited to once again join this group to celebrate some really special Kentuckians. Congratulations to each of the honorees of this year's Gold Standard of Optimal Aging. You all showcase the best of the Commonwealth by showing us what it means to truly lead full and engaging lives. Each of this year's honorees exemplify optimal aging by leading with their values, giving back to their communities, and challenging themselves daily. Leaders like Virginia Bell, the co-founder of Best Friends Adult Day Center in Lexington, and a co-author of 6 books, who at 100 years old continues to dedicate her work to dementia care. Or 91-year-old Rita Durbin, a dedicated teacher who spent 30 years teaching special education for our kids. And Charles Kinberger, who is still going the extra mile to make others' day at 94 years old. Whether it's baking and delivering cookies to his neighbors or arriving early to church to make the coffee, Charles is spreading joy wherever he goes. And there are so many others being recognized tonight. I've read each of your stories. Some of them I knew, like former U of L coach Crum, and others I enjoyed learning about, like Sister Julia Davis, who was honored by Norton Hospital for her volunteer work. But every single one of your stories left me inspired. You're showing folks like myself and so many others just what is possible. As Ann Carter, another honoree, said, never use age as an excuse to not at least try different challenges. It doesn't matter your talent or the difficulties that come, it is how you decide to deal with them. That is advice we should all take to heart. While these last few years have presented us with unimaginable challenges, we have and we will overcome. Together, we're building a brighter future for generations to come, and each of you are a big part of that progress. And just as you have stepped up for Kentuckians, we are committed to stepping up for you. From combating hunger in seniors to expanding quality health care access and support, we're making investments that will make an impact in your lives through a responsible and real budget. And that strong fiscal management, combined with our economic success, means we can better support Kentuckians like you and all our families across the Commonwealth. So congratulations to each of you. And more importantly, thank you for leading the way. As I've said in the past, I'm taking notes. This recognition is well deserved, and I hope you enjoy this special event.
Mayor, spread on up. As a big booster of the Trager Institute and the Optimal Aging Clinic, come on up, give us a few words.
Let's hear it for Dr. Tom Owen here, who's heading us through here. Tom is really a great definition of a citizen here for our city. Was an environmentalist before there was such a thing. Obviously a noted scholar, a legislator. So you've done so much for our city, Tom. We really appreciate you. You're a good man. Thank you so much. There's a lot of people to be grateful for here today, so I want to acknowledge that. But there's also a special group here that I want to give an individual shout out to. If you're involved with the Louisville Metro RSVP program, the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program through our Office of Resilience and Community Services, would you raise your hand if you're part of the RSVP program here? We've got multiple people here. If you're a little more mature in your years and you're looking for ways to help out, you can join our RSVP team. They do great work. Everything from helping at our local hospitals like Norton's and U of L Health, Baptist Health, as well as being active at our local community senior centers, and of course, sharing their own talents in quilt sewing at St. Joseph's Children's Home, and singing with the musical group known as the 𝗧𝗿𝗴𝗏𝗏. They're very good. You got their hot band, you got to check them out. But anybody who'd like to join these folks and learn more about RSVP, talk to a person that is another incredible citizen for Louisville and is always helping people out. And that's 𝗬𝘀𝘀𝗴𝗏𝗏 over here. Chris is the program coordinator for Louisville Metro RSVP. Chris, thank you for all the incredible work you do and your family do. So I want to thank everybody for being here. You all have earned this recognition, not because of how much time has been passed since you were born, but because of what you've done with your time. Muhammad Ali said, don't count the days, make the days count. And so that's what we've all done. So all of our awardees tonight certainly are showing us how you make your days count. And as an age-friendly city, we understand the value of older adults, wisdom and experience and the insight that you all can bring, and how do you keep us moving and keep inspiring us as a city. Now, from my perspective, you all have invested your time very wisely and well in a way that benefits the people of our community around you, and as I said, provides inspiring role models for folks like me that are getting older. I'll be 65 next January, which it's hard for me to wrap my head around that. Bill Hollander just disclosed he'll be 70 at his next birthday. So it happens to all of us, doesn't it? Do you all ever look at yourself in the mirror and say, what the hell happened? You know, but here we are. You know, so we got to keep showing up like we're doing, and we got to keep doing good things. And the more of that we do, I think the longer we live. And we know that not everyone's health sustains them to this point, and a lot of factors go into that. But our job as a city is to do all we can to support and celebrate our intergenerational communities so that more Louisvillians can have the opportunity to live long and healthy and productive lives. Our city, we're uniquely positioned. We have more companies in Louisville than any other city in the country that are in the lifelong wellness and aging care space. So this is a good space to be in, obviously, because the demography of our country is growing. So their business is going to be good, but it also means innovation is going to be coming from our very own companies here in Louisville. That's why the Trager Institute is so important, how they integrate all of those innovations and then give that through the great care they do at the center. Steve, I want to thank you and Trager family, Republic Bank, for seeding this idea many, many years, not too many years ago, but a few years ago. So thank you very much. At Metro Government, we have a role to play as well. Joining us today is 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. She's the program coordinator of the Office for Aging and Disabled Citizens, and Ron Burst with Louisville Metro, Louisville Forward. They're all part of our team. So we're doing our job as a city to make sure that we're understanding all the issues and how we can participate. So it takes all of us, obviously, to do that. I want to thank the team at the Trager Institute and Optimal Aging Clinic. I told Dr. 𝗂𝗏 she looks fantastic and appreciated her sharing her story with us here earlier today. Yeah, let's hear it for her. She's an inspiration. I want to give a special shout out too to Coach Denny Crum over here to my left as well. The coach could have very easily exited the stage after his incredible career at the University of Louisville, NCAA championships, wonderful guy. But he just saw that as, he took a little pause, and he said, how can I help the most amount of people with the rest of the time he's had? So Coach, you've been a super inspiration for decades here in our community, and we really appreciate the example that you show to each and every one of us. So Coach Denny Crum, you're a good man. Everybody. So everybody, you guys are an inspiration to me. I guess I'm in training too, like the governor said, I'm a little closer than he is. But as when I think about my Dare to Dream statement, I dare to dream big and keep doing big things to help people. That's what I hope to do with the rest of my life. And you all here are indeed the gold standard for compassion and citizenship, and we are thrilled to honor you with these awards here today. So thanks for being here, and God bless you all.
We're going to have a brief pause for a group picture of those of us who are here on stage. How are we going to do it? Acting University President 𝗠𝗶𝘀𝗴𝗲𝗿 could not be here, but she also wanted to send along a video note of congratulations to our honorees, and her video will be up right now.
It's a pleasure to address the 2022 honorees of the Gold Standard of Optimal Aging Award Program. U of L is proud to host this ceremony for the 11th year. We fully believe that communities that celebrate, respect, and support older adults are healthy and inclusive communities for all. At U of L, we strive to model this belief, and the U of L Trager Institute Republic Bank Foundation Optimal Aging Clinic is leading us in this effort by working to redefine the aging experience for all members of our community. We so enjoy taking time each September, Optimal Aging Month, to honor outstanding individuals who show us how the world can look when we dare to live life to the fullest. While this is always a special event, it's even more so this year as we gathered in person for the first time in 3 years to celebrate our honorees. So much has been asked of our older adults over the past few years, and we are immensely proud of their strength and resiliency. Congratulations again.
Now I'm going to be calling on 𝗬𝗏 to come say a few words. It is through the support of the Trager Family Foundation, the Republic Bank Foundation, the leadership of 𝗬𝗏 and Andrew 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗏 that this wonderful institute and clinic could be established. So come forward, Mr. Trager, and give us a few words.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom. So when U of L came to us a few years ago about supporting and enhancing this well-aging initiative, it was really a no-brainer for us. It was obvious that the university was very excited about it. We had some expertise unique in this community, and obviously the demographic that we all know, not just in the community, but really in the region and the country at large, there's a tremendous need for this. In addition, I've gotten to witness firsthand what optimal aging looks like. My mom, Jean Trager, who is 89 years old, she was the recipient of a Gold Standard Award last year, and I can attest she has just been incredible. And witnessing her, the way she leads her life and her active life, is just a beautiful thing. So hopefully, if I could keep up with her, I would have a chance to make it to 89 as well, but I cannot keep up with her. What I witness in her is the benefit that she has of a great support system and good resources. And I think through the Trager Institute, U of L Trager Institute, Republic Bank Foundation Optimal Aging Clinic, it will help us pay it forward and provide for more people the resources and the support system for well-aging. So we are incredibly proud to be a part of it, and thank all of you all in this room that also participate in making this very successful for the community as a whole. Thank you.
We had hoped that there would be a person here with us, but sadly, 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏 died earlier this year, and I would like to take a moment to honor him. Wayne, as you know, was called by everyone the voice, enthusiastic voice of Louisville. For 30 years, he hosted the WHAS radio drive time show, 𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏 in the morning. And for 2 decades, he was the host, the familiar host of WHAS's Crusade for Children. Additionally, Wayne was the master of ceremonies for several years for 4 years, for this gold standard of optimal aging event. We were all planning on honoring Wayne this year. He was going to be 85 in just a few months, with a medal and a certificate, just like our honorees. Wayne truly embodied what it meant to age optimally, and he did so with a flair, a sense of humor, and an enduring optimism. He touched many people's lives, and his voice and kindness will live on in our hearts and memories for years to come. Wayne's family has joined us today to accept his award. So his son, Wayne Perky, if you
every year. In fact, last year he called me in a panic. They're going to do a Zoom. What is that? There was no way he was going to miss being a part of this function. It meant a lot to him, although I don't think he ever realized he was a day over 50. My children refer to him as the Energizer Bunny because he just kept going and going and going. But I know he'd be very honored to have been here and a part of this if he could have. And thank you all so much for recognizing what he has meant.
And Wayne, we have his certificate and medallion. So now, let's be joining in the recognition of the very reason we came today, these honorees. And I will be doing some of the reading of the brief bios, and then I will be joined by Dr. 𝗧𝗿𝗴𝗂𝗏, who began this event many years ago, and Dr. 𝗜𝗏𝘀𝘁𝗶𝘁𝗂𝘁, who has been involved in the planning of this event over the years. For those of you out there right now, if there are gold standard honorees from years past, please stand or raise your hand and be acknowledged. Previous, see some. That's great. Thank you very much. Now the moment we've been waiting for. Let's look at this list of distinguished honorees. As we read your name, a member of the leadership team will come to your table and present you with that certificate and that medallion. For those of you who have indicated you would like to say, you know, everyone was asked, as I age, I dare to, quote, you will have an opportunity at that time. So if you've indicated that you want from the table to say your quote, you will have the opportunity at that time. And please, audience, if you will save your applause to the end, because we have a goodly number of honorees. For the honorees joining us today by Livestream, we're going to acknowledge you virtually. First, who's already been mentioned, Virginia Bell, Master of Social Work, is 100 years old and has dedicated her life to helping people, particularly those suffering from dementia. She is internationally recognized for her work in the field as co-author of the co-founder of the Best Friends Adult Day Center in Lexington, Kentucky, and co-author of 6 influential books on dementia care. Ms. Bell, give us a wave.
I'm there to let my 100 years keep me from being as active as possible in changing the history of dementia care, not only professionally, but out in the community, making our communities more dementia-friendly. Thank you.
Sweet. Thank you very much. Ann Carter, 89, proves never too late to start over. She began a new life as a painter after suffering a serious brain injury in a bicycle accident when she was 52 years of age. At 84, she sold her first barn painting, kicking off her goal of painting a barn in every state in the nation before she turns to be age 90. Ms. Carter is not able to join us today. Julia Coulter, 86, has been volunteering at Metro Park Senior Centers for nearly 40 years and recently joined the Louisville Metro Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, volunteering twice a week at the 𝗬𝗏𝗏 Senior Center. Her favorite project is creating small booklets with patriotic or festive themes to be distributed to veterans at the VA hospital. Ms. Coulter was not able to be in attendance with us today. Abby Creed, 91, taught at St. Raphael School for 20 years and was coordinator of religious education for 14 of those years. She remains an active member of the church and began volunteering there after she retired. Her life work demonstrates her desire to share God's love with others. Ms. Creed, as you age, what do you dare to do?
That's what I wrote. I dream of writing a book, working and staying healthy, and continuing to make a difference.
Denny Crum, age 85, retired from coaching at the University of Louisville after 30 years as head coach, winning 2 national championships and earning his induction into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. He continued to work, however, as an ambassador for the President's Office and with the Alumni Office for another 16 years until his retirement in 2017. In addition, he simultaneously embarked on a new career, you remember, co-hosting a call-in radio show, the 𝗂𝗏𝗏 and Denny Show, with the late UK basketball coach 𝗂𝗏𝗏 Hall, which continued for more than 10 years. Coach, can you give us an help? Didn't I see you over that way? Sister Julia Davis, 85, is a proud graduate of Sacred Heart High School, and for many years, she was a greeter at Norton Audubon Hospital. She has received the 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Award for commitment to service, and in her spare time, she attends all special events in the Archdiocese and never misses a U of L basketball. Sister Davis, as you age, what do you dare to do?
As I age, I dare to dream and hope in all the many challenges and opportunities that I have been blessed with, to touch the lives of others with a faithful, joyful presence and nurturing spirit, bringing people together to pray, to play, and to live life to the fullest. I journey with many in all walks of life, particularly as a wayfinder, a human GPS at Audubon Hospital, line dancing at Jewish Community Center, and cheering the Sacred Heart Academy, Bellarmine University, and U of L basketball teams, participating in several book clubs, and taking a stand on racial social justice issues, especially human trafficking and racism. I am honored and humbled to be a part of this wonderful, prestigious award. Thank you so much.
Rita Durbin, age 91, worked in special education for JCPS for 30 years. She now spends her days dancing, gardening, and being an active church member at St. John Paul II Parish and a part of the Widows or Widowers WOW group. She is also a proud grandmother of 30 grandchildren. Miss Durbin, as you age, what do you dare to do?
Why don't you read it?
It's right before you.
As I age, I dare to act my age. I laugh at myself. My family, friends, and faith are what keeps me learning, living, and loving each day.
Thank you. The next person is someone that I believe I can pick out of a lineup that I don't know personally, but his reputation, I promise you, has gone before him. Reverend Jerry Eifler, 86, has many talents. He is a Catholic priest, a board member of many organizations, including the Louisville Free Public Library and the Red Cross, the author of 3 books of homilies, and a talented artist. He has also been organizing group trips to Europe for the past 40 years, and he has no plans to stop. Reverend Eifler, as you age, what do you dare to do?
As I age, I dare to make my bed and to say my prayers.
At 93, thank you, Reverend. At 93, Marge Ford remains active and fiercely independent. She plays bridge at least twice a month, does her own yard work, attends Bible study, and still drives herself. She has a youthful spirit and a great sense of humor. She enjoys, and I had to be educated on this, she enjoys the Far Side comics and often forwards them to her loved ones. Miss Ford, as you age, what do you dare to do?
Walking, learning new things, eating healthy, playing bridge, reading books, and attending church. All will help my physical and mental health and approach towards life.
Thank you. Eddie French, age 85, is a retired teacher and child care provider. She now sings in the Resurrection Choir for funerals at her church, St. John Paul II Parish, and has served on the parish council for nearly 10 years. She is also one of the Widows or Widowers, WOW, co-leaders. She also loves to travel, with her favorite places being Bahamas, Germany, and Canada. Miss French, as you age, what do you dare to do?
As I age, I dare to live my life as I please and to appreciate and enjoy every day and all the blessings that God gives me. But more so than that, I want to live each and every day to serve my military veterans, which I have. My family has 112 years of service to this country, and I'm so proud of them I could burst.
Thank you. Sarah Gabler, 96, is still the life of the party. She travels often and prioritizes spending time with her family. She's also an accomplished artist who was recently interviewed by Billie Jean King and had her artwork displayed this summer at the Hampton Fine Arts Fair on Long Island. Ms. 𝗧𝗿𝗴𝗏 is not able to attend today, but we honor her. I would like to now invite Dr. 𝗂𝗁𝗃𝗁𝗏 to the podium to continue reading the list of our honorees.
Thank you, Dr. Owen, and it is my pleasure to be here in person with you all again. It's been a long few years. At age 95, Mary Grayson's secret to life is to live positively and stay active. Since the passing of her husband in 2000, she has studied 𝗓𝗏𝗃, attended a wilderness survival school, and now occasionally teaches yoga and other classes at Shelby Farms Senior Living. Ms. Grayson is not able to be in attendance today. Jess and Rilda Hendricks, ages 89 and 86, have been married for more than 60 years. They make new friends wherever they go, including a Supreme Court justice and an NFL team owner. When they're not meeting new people, they enjoy attending sporting events, spending time with their families, and traveling throughout the United States. Mr. and Mrs. Hendricks are not able to be in attendance today. And when we say that people are not able to be in attendance, we are assuming or hoping that they will be live streaming. So, hello to all of those who are live streaming. Patricia 𝗂𝗃𝗏𝗏, 90, enjoys staying active and fit by hiking through the Northwest Wilderness and her neighborhood, which overlooks the Puget Sound. She is known to remain optimistic in the face of adversity and to shrug off negativity with humor. Ms. 𝗂𝗃𝗏𝗏 was not able to join us today because she lives in Seattle, but we know she is watching live stream. Wave out to Pat. Roma Houchin, 86, has volunteered for the Louisville Metro Retired and Senior Program for over 12 years, and at U of L Health's Mary and Elizabeth Hospital. She enjoys being a greeter when patients, visitors, and others come to the hospital. When she is not volunteering, she likes to knit and to crochet. Ms. Houchin, as you age, what do you dare to do?
Go to church. And I praise the Lord for wanting me to live this long. And I'm thanking Him every day because it's so special to get up in the morning as you age. Thank you.
Delbert Keith, 89, is one of those people who brings joy and brightness to everyone he meets. He makes it a point to make somebody smile every day, whether it's with a joke or a word of encouragement. He is also a proud husband to his wife Carolyn and is her biggest cheerleader. Mr. Keith, as you age, what do you dare to do?
As I grow older, I dare to remain thankful for everything. And being thankful helps us to be positive as we grow older.
Thank you. Charles Kenneth Kinberger, 94, served in the Korean War, then worked in architectural drafting and still draws house plans by hand. In his spare time, he enjoys bowling, making beautiful handmade gift boxes for others, and baking his famous anise tea cookies at Christmas time. Mr. Kinberger.
As you age, what do you dare to do?
First of all, I'm glad I'm here. But I've been passing this word out, which is stay healthy and keep helping people. The thing about it is mostly in the book that indicates what I do. And it's things that I always tell people to take care of others, and you'll find out how nice it is to feel that way. And keep it up.
Thank you. Margie Manning, 93, hasn't stopped working since she retired from U of L in 1992. She volunteered for many years, and for 13 years, organized bus tours across the United States for her church group. She now spends her time playing cards, sewing, quilting, gardening, and fishing. Ms. Manning, as you age, what do you dare to do?
I just want to thank you for everything.
Thank you. Maria Marquez, 86, spends her days volunteering at Mercy Medical Clinic in Shelbyville as a translator for Spanish-speaking patients. Despite her age, she walks the 6 blocks to the clinic and is always upbeat. She's a kind, empathetic person who is loved by the staff and patients. Ms. Marquez, let us know where you are with a wave. Oh, good.
Yeah, as I age, I dare to find happiness by helping as many people as possible as I live better lives.
Thank you. Bertha Mason, 97, the eldest of 9 siblings whom she helped raise, was born in Taylorsville in 1925. She has persevered with a little humor and a lot of grit while witnessing the worst of Jim Crow, World War II, the moon landing, and the start of a new millennium. She likes to say, if you can't be good, be careful. Ms. Mason, give us a wave. Thank you. At age 93, Connie Maselli is adventurous, active, and inquisitive. She earned her doctorate of social work at 66 and serves as an advocate for older adults. She makes it a point to stay active physically, mentally, and socially throughout the day, and she is frequently found on the dance floor. Ms. Maselli could not be in attendance today. John Moore, 89, has been a volunteer with the Louisville Metro Retired and Seniors Volunteer Program for 15 years. He is currently a greeter at Baptist Health Hospital. While John is a quiet individual, he has a deep heart and caring spirit that makes him such an important member of our community. Mr. Moore is not in attendance today. I would now like to invite Dr. Laverne Cox to the podium to continue reading the names of our honorees.
And I am very grateful to be in public and out this year. And I'm glad to see all of the smiling faces here. Connie Mitchell, while not in attendance, is 93. And her last name, Miss Sally. She's adventurous, active, and inquisitive. but she got her doctorate late in life, and I think I'm repeating what Jane just said. But she's somebody that I have to say personally, being in her field, I'm very proud to say that I stand on the shoulders of people like her. John Moore, who's also not in attendance, at 89, has just done some fabulous things as a volunteer. And I hope that these people are live streaming us. I thank Jane for saying what she did about some of the people. But I have to say that as I get older, I feel a closeness to some of these people. Each year I'm amazed at what I'm still able to do if I'll just get up and try. And for all of you young people who are here with your relatives, just get up and try every day, and you too can be like them. Elaine Morgan is 85. She's an enthusiastic volunteer who gives her talents at the Louisville Metro Retired and Senior Volunteer Program at Norton Hospital, Norton Audubon Hospital, where she supervises 15 volunteers. She's a leader in raising funds for those, particularly children, facing medical bills and other health issues. Ms. Morgan, as you age, what is it you dare to do?
First of all, I thank God every day that I wake up. Secondly, as I age, I dare to keep helping and caring for those who need help, especially with the children at Norton Children's Hospital with their healthcare needs. And I would like to add, I'm very proud to be a 40-year-plus member of 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃, who have raised, their mission is to raise funds for Norton Children's Hospital. And at this date, we're approaching over $5 million that we have raised for Norton Children's Hospital. I'm honored and pleased to be a part of that organization, 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗃. Thank you.
They're lucky to have her. Area Nesbitt. Area at 87 has performed with the musical group the 𝗧𝗿𝗴𝗏𝗏𝗏 for nearly 10 years, and they're really good too. She also volunteers at St. Matthew's Area Ministries, her church, and various schools. When she's not volunteering or performing, she enjoys knitting, especially needlework. Ms. Nesbitt, as you age, what do you dare to do?
I dare to not dwell on yesterday because it's gone. I live for today, and I look forward to tomorrow, where I can continue to sing at church and with 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏s and to play bridge. Thank you.
Lessons for us all. Don't dwell on yesterday. Norma Niehaus is 91, full of life and has a gift for brightening others' days with encouraging words are one of her many life stories. She also enjoys plants, fine bourbon, yay Kentucky, and the 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃 Wildcats. She can usually be found sporting blue and white pom-poms or tending to her garden. Ms. Niehaus, as you age, what is it you dare to do?
If I can make anyone laugh during the day, I've had a successful one.
All right. I can't wait. Wow. Eleanor Price turned 102 on July 12th, surrounded by her many friends and family. She was born on a farm in Louisville. Okay, we're Louisville, you know, because we can't say it right, we're guttural. She was born in Louisville, Alabama, and later raised 2 daughters. She currently lives in Middletown with her 72-year-old daughter, Gloria 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. She always has a smile on her face, no matter what. Ms. Price, as you age past 102, what do you dare to do?
I can speak for her very well, but she says that as she ages, she dares to reach 103.
All right. Got my vote. That's wonderful, 102. Jane, I won't pick one anymore. Sheldon Rifkin, 87, has spent 16 years volunteering with the Louisville Metro Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, Actors Theater, so I know I've seen him, and the Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport as an airport ambassador. When he is not volunteering, he enjoys computers, graphic design, and photography. Mr. Rifkin, give us a wave, say hello to us, give us a wave, let us know where you are. I've seen him at the airport.
Wow, I'm listening as I'm listening to all the accomplishments of the people before me and after me. I thought, gee, if I could accomplish a minuscule amount, I would consider things at my age a major accomplishment. Having said that, I would just like us to thank this organization. It's been a wonderful organization for this honor that I really enjoy and respect. Thank you.
Thank you. While not in attendance, Mr. William Smith, who's age 90, he's the gold standard for just about everything in life, not just aging. He exhibits compassion and caring, loves his family and friends unconditionally. He has overcome numerous health challenges in order to see his family grow and thrive. He's not in attendance, he's live streaming today, and I want to say on behalf of this group, we wish him the best. Mr. David Stewart. Mr. Stewart is 86. He's been with the Silver Notes musical director for over 10 years and a community volunteer with the Louisville Metro Retired Senior Volunteers Program for over 15 years. Wow. He leads a group of nearly 20 older adults in community musical rehearsals and concerts. He has a caring heart and a deep commitment to doing outreach to help others of all generations. Mr. Stewart, as you age, what is it you dare to do?
I dare to dream what will happen in technology in the next 50 years, in the arts. Being in music, I grew up in a musical family. I still will play the piano for 2 churches in Indiana. I hope to do that. I hope to keep dancing at German American Club, karaoke at 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃, and make the world a better place because we can sing and dance.
All right. Perhaps I'll get to have a dance with you at one of those events. Miss Betty Stotts, who explained this to me because I was mispronouncing her name. At 88, she's a community leader at Rose Anna Hughes Presbyterian Home and a big reason why the other residents live fuller, more active lives. She runs the library. She leads a weekly Bible study and helps with Sunday services. She approaches the challenges that come with aging with wisdom, equanimity, and grace. As you age, Betty, what is it you dare to do? She was a pleasure to sit with, by the way.
I dare to be bolder
I used to be very, very shy when I was younger. As I grew, I got more comfortable sharing my thoughts and questions. I feel as if I can still change things by standing up for myself and speaking up for others who can't or are afraid to. I enjoy being someone others come to for help with things. And I'm continuing to, as long as I'm able, to be an advocate and an activist for my fellow residents at Rosanna Hughes Presbyterian Home. One other thing, I'm going to be a little bit bolder. Today's culture, the lingo is referring to a group of people as you guys. I refuse to be called a guy. I am a lady with a touch of class. Thank you.
I am so privileged to practice I'm going to be like you, Betty. I'm working on it. I don't think I was ever shy, but I am working on being more like you. Robin Whitehouse, 87. She worked for JCPS for 40 years before retiring, and she hasn't stopped teaching. My hat's off to her because teaching is a hard job. For the past 5 years, she has been leading Tai Chi classes for older adults. She enjoys socializing and going to senior city centers to have fun with her friends. Ms. Whitehouse, as you age, what is it you dare to do?
Well, I was not told that I was going to be asked to say anything, so I'm not prepared for that. Maybe that was not an accident that I wasn't told. But I would like to say that I'm really proud to be an American. One thing, when so many people are not proud, I am always proud to be an American. I'm proud of these people sitting here with me. They're members of my own family here in Louisville. I was born on a farm. I was proud of them too, even though we don't see what I said about that talking. But I have a lot of things to say. I enjoy teaching. If I had another life, I would still go back into teaching. I will close with one little joke that when I was teaching physical education, one of my students came running up the first school and she said, I've got gym the third period today, what are we going to do? And I said, it is not gym. And this is something one of my professors told me when I got my master's degree in physical education. He said, make them say physical education. And she said, well, what are we going to do in phys ed today? I said, it is not phys ed. And she said, well, what are we going to do in PE today? I said, it's not PE. And she said, well, that just leaves recess. So that backfired. But I'm happy to be here with you all, and I hope to live. Let me say one more thing. My mother, there were 5 in her family that lived to be in their 90s. And I always said, well, if they lived to be in their 90s, I should be able to be 100. So I guess I can say that's my one trident now, that I can celebrate my 100th birthday.
I may have gotten a doctorate, but I had a D- in PE, physical education. 𝗚𝗏𝗴𝗏𝗏𝗏, 86, is not with us today, but Willa has been serving others in various capacities for over 75 years. She taught for Jefferson County Public Schools for 30 years before entering the ministry with the Presbyterian Church USA, where she still is a full-time pastor and a volunteer chaplain. Ms. Williams doesn't discuss retirement. Instead, she asks, what's next? I'm glad that she's streaming. She's probably out helping somebody. Perhaps all of us would do better to ask, what's next? 𝗂𝗶𝘀𝗁𝗏𝗏, 92. Remains active and independent at 92 years of age. She lives in her longtime home by herself and drives to go shopping or visit her family. She enjoys going to church, working in her flower garden, reading, and sewing. She can still see to sew. She is committed to a fully engaged life. Ms. Wright, as you age, what is it you dare to do?
As I age, I dare to live my life to the fullest, to be thankful for all my blessings, and enjoy my wonderful family, my children, my grandchildren, and my 10 great-grandchildren, which I babysit sometimes.
Oh, wow, quite a woman. I want to thank all of those recipients who are an inspiration for me and hopefully for all of us who are here.
Thank you, Dr. Cox. We do need to remember one additional person. Take a moment to honor 𝗬𝗲𝗏𝗏, who died earlier this year at age 95. Ms. Zeller spent 28 years volunteering with the Louisville Metro Retired and Senior Volunteer Program and at St. Joseph's Home Sewing Society. She enjoyed playing bridge, traveling, and growing flowers when she wasn't making blankets for the children at St. Joseph's Children's Home. We are honored today that Ms. Zeller's family has joined us to accept her award. Thank you. Now as we head toward home, yes, she's over.
I'm sorry, I'm here.
Oh, please.
On behalf of my mother and my family, thank you so much for this award. She would have been so honored. And as she aged, she always dared to stop enjoying life because she felt every day was a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you. As we moved around through the room, were there any honorees who would like to say their quote and didn't get a chance to get it said? If so, raise your hand. Let's give a round of applause for this amazing list of honors. As I listened, I thought that the greatest gift any of us can ever receive is the gumption and the grace and the goal to make a list for what we're going to do tomorrow. I listened carefully because I'm headed toward that age where I might someday, not too long, be an honoree. All right, we got one more round of thank yous. Today's ceremony is the result of literally months of planning by a committee and who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this occasion possible. Will everyone on the planning committee please stand? You can find the names of those persons in the program. Let's give them a round of applause. I'll bet you have already thought of persons that could very easily be nominated for a Quality of Aging Award in 2023 for the Gold Standard Award. If you have the name, information can be found in today's program as to how to make that nomination. Now, it was an honor for me to be with you today, an inspiration for me to be with you today. And now Dr. Fall has some closing comments.
I'm supposed to give him a really big thing. No idea what it is, but Dr. Owen, thank you. Thank you for everything you've you've done. Thank you for the wonderful way you have led us through this journey. Thank you so much, and here is this big gift for you.
I may have to get this delivered. This won't fit in my bicycle backpack. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your continued support of this event and of the 𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Institute Optimal Aging Clinic, which works every day to improve the lives of older adults in our community. Celebrating in person is a gift that I do not take for granted for so many reasons I've already shared with you. It was my absolute pleasure to spend the afternoon with you all. I want to thank all our guests, our sponsors, the Gold Standard Planning Committee, our team, and our wonderful volunteers. Without you, this would not be possible. And finally, thank you to the Trager Family Foundation, the Republic Bank Foundation, the University of Louisville, 𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Health, and 𝗂𝗏 Physicians for supporting us on our journey to make aging an opportunity. If you would like to stay in touch, you can follow us on social media or visit our website. We have put that information on the screens. That concludes today's ceremony. Have a great rest of your day. As you age, dare to be great. I want you to read what President Barack Obama said a few years ago. Go and live that. It's a wonderful tribute to how we can live our lives. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.